So I finally made it. I get to play Jake, the Maestro Maringoni. I'm actually really excited for this because now is the time I get to call on all of the people who have ever beaten Jake and collect their powers in order to beat him. Jeremy couldn't be here. Kaleb is hosting, so he has to be impartial. But let me call the spirit of Ethan Beller. And he's not here. Great. All right. So I'm going to call on the powers of Thomas Eames and Matt Queller.
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell is going on
here? We're Thomas and Matt.
I don't know. Probably watching Tenet for the 20th time.
Okay. Well,
what are we doing here?
Well, okay, I need help defeating Jake. Can you somehow get the powers of Matt and Thomas to help me out here?
Dude, you turned us down.
Yeah.
You couldn't even handle the bacon.
Yeah, I sent that shit by horse and you fucking didn't even do anything with it.
I love you guys.
Get out of here, you fake baconator.
Okay. Let me try Ethan again. Ethan Beller. Damn it. All right. I guess we're doing this. Give me the spirit of Cameron Holtzman.
Cameron couldn't be here.
Hell. All right. You know what? Let's just do this, bitch.
Let's fucking go.
That was funny. I don't have Cody with me, unfortunately. He is too busy watching Tenet, or maybe he's already seen it yet. I don't know. I really like Andrew. I will never forget the first time I met this man. You know, it was the first round of the tournament last year. I was playing Ethan, the infamous match, and he's hosting. And after that match, he teams up with Ethan. And ever since then, I've always wanted to beat the shit out of anyone who associates themselves with Ethan Beller. I know things are, he's now a manager, but I want to play Andrew because, one, I think he's a really funny kind of guy. I really like him. I think he's really proven himself in Warzone. But I just want to show everybody that I'm still in this. This is still my game in singles. I look forward to playing you, Andrew. Let's see what happens because it doesn't matter anymore. I'm on top as far as everything I wanted to do. So let's have a good game.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Warzone, also known as Kaleb's Frequent Internet Problems and also Movie Trivia. Hi, everyone. I'm filming from a different location because my internet is currently out. How's your day going? That's Koho. He's the host. This is Andrew Barr versus Jake Maringoni. You probably knew that because you clicked on the title.
Maybe they did. Maybe they did. Maybe they were looking for 2 trivia night. But at the end of the day, we have a really good matchup today. Andrew Barr, Jake Maringoni. Last we saw Jake, he played the singles tournament. Unfortunately, lost his sudden death to Cameron Holtzman. Bounced back in this picture with Nazario. Now he's facing Andrew Barr, who also had a really good tournament run as well. Just beat Zach Ford in his last match. So this should be a good one, Boat.
Yeah, exactly. In other words, Zach Ford, he is missing in action, so now he's facing Andrew Barr with his own faction.
Well, not actually true, but still.
Anyway.
True. The uncle of Theo is here. Anyway, we should probably get the match started. I think we've held it up long enough.
Introducing first, coming into the ring with, if I'm not mistaken, 4 wins, 2 defeats. It is Andrew the Dive Barr.
Opa! Let's do this.
Okay.
5 wins.
Okay. Yep, that is right. 5 wins, 2 defeats.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
And introducing second, coming to the ring with 11 wins, 5 defeats, representing the concept of what a hamburger is all about. And the first order, the current Movie Warzone team champion and former singles champion. It is Jake, the Maestro Maringoni.
Ooh, power pose. Power pose. Ooh.
Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get into round 1. Round 1 is going to work like this. 8 different questions, 8 different categories. You get all 8 right. You get a bonus question. Please remember to keep your hands on screen at all times. And 3 repeats on a challenge throughout the entire match. So, without further ado, first question. Category sports. 42 centers around Jackie Robinson's career with what MLB team?
in other news, I watched a different film than this today, related to the same actor, and I loved it. It's a great film.
It is 5. I haven't actually seen the one you're talking about. 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Let's go to Jake.
It had to be a sports question. I said Oakland A's.
And Barr.
The Dodgers.
That is correct.
Dodgers is correct.
And I do not have paper co-host.
I'm on it. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
I got you. All right, your second question comes to the category of directors. Who directed The Philadelphia Story?
You think more cities need stories? I think most.
No. You know what? Because if they made the East Grand Forks story, it'd be very boring. 84 minutes, and I'd want to kill myself.
Fair. 5, 4,
Zach might like that.
2,
Repeat
1.
the question.
And okay.
Thanks, first repeat. All right. Who directed The Philadelphia Story?
The Minneapolis/Des Moines story, starring Kaleb Koho, Cameron Redshaw, and Caleb Boatman, coming to theaters never.
Featuring Mike Hanley for
Featuring
20
Mike Hanley.
minutes.
2, 1. Give the man an Oscar nomination. Let's go to Jake
I said How Books. I just completely blanked.
and Barr.
You asked me a question about Philadelphia. George Cukor.
That is correct.
All right, 2-0 Bar's favors to get to the third question, but
Okay, third question, category of 70s. What country does A Clockwork Orange take place in?
if you refer to my letterbox grading system, you will see that my 1.5 star level says people who like A Clockwork Orange probably think these movies slap.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Let's go to Jake
Why is it always me? England is my city.
and Barr.
Trick question? Maybe England?
Both
England.
correct.
England is correct. All right, your fourth question is in the category of sci-fi fantasy. Who stars as Sarah in Labyrinth?
I definitely prefer sci-fi fantasy, time travel, rom-com, action, westerns.
I
featuring
prefer.
a pig.
I was gonna say I prefer all of that featuring a chicken.
I was going to say featuring a pig. 5,
Both
4,
of them great genres.
3, 2, 1. Polly, stop eating the door. Let's go to Barr
Jennifer Connelly.
and Jake.
She eats a peach. Jennifer Connelly.
That is correct.
Correct. Add it to the Peach cinematic universe.
She could eat a peach for hours.
All right.
That's
Okay.
a different movie.
In that
As
movie?
As we go. I didn't mean it like that. I was meaning Nicolas Cage in Face Off.
That's
Shut
what he means.
Well, he doesn't mean that. I didn't say I
Your
could
next
eat a peach
question.
for hours. Your next question comes in the category of dramas. In American Beauty, Lester quits his job and gets a job working at what type of location where he catches his wife cheating?
I believe this is a film that Jake Maringoni loves.
I actually don't know how Jake feels about this, so if this is a reference to something, I don't get it.
It's a reference to this being, I think, is number 3 on the top 100.
4, 3, 2, 1. If you recall, I was not there for the top 10. Let's go to Barr
Was it a fast food place?
and Jake.
Smiley, you're at Smiley's. Fast food restaurant.
Fast food
That's
restaurant is correct.
All right, your next question, sixth question of the round, is in the category of scores and soundtracks. What band performed the cover of Lost in the Woods for Frozen 2?
Specifically for the
Backstage.
end credits of Frozen 2.
Yes. Backstage, Nazario is freaking out, having a good time, holding up a something. I don't know what he's holding up back there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I'm so glad they had already written stuff down, Koho. Let's go to Jake
Panic at the Disco?
and Barr.
Panic at the Disco.
Both incorrect.
Yeah.
Looking for
I'm so
Weezer.
glad. This is the
Weezer.
Weezer sign that Koho held up, so I was gonna
I
kill
was not even paying attention.
I
No,
didn't
Panic
even
at the
think
Disco
about that.
does Into the Unknown for the credits.
Ah.
So you were close.
What we were thinking.
Yep. No perfect rounds here today.
Yep.
Damn
No
it.
perfect rounds as we go into the penultimate question of comedy. What is the name of Ron Burgundy's dog in the Anchorman franchise? Barr laughing like a crazy person makes me uncomfortable.
I realized I spent
four,
myself today.
3,
I spent myself
2, 1. What? Let's go to Barr.
giving away the answer.
He
Oh,
kicked Baxter. He punted Baxter.
And Jake.
I said Brewster.
Baxter is correct.
All right, so your final question of the round is in the category of movie release dates. What year was The Wizard of Oz released? Don't worry about. I understand it's difficult. It's Gaelic.
Oh. 4, 3, 2, 1. Are they still watching?
Yes,
Let's
they
go
are.
Jake
All right.
1939.
And Barr.
One of the greatest years for movies, 1939.
Yes.
All right. So at the end of round 1, Barr is in the lead 7 to Jake's 4, but anything can happen as we get in round number 2, Boat.
Yes, round number 2 is going to work like this. Each competitor is going to get a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin, they can keep it. If they don't, they can spin again, but then they're stuck with it. They're going to have 10 different categories on the wheel, including spinners and opponent's choice. And these are the categories they're going to have. Remember, you get 5 questions. If you get it right, 2 points, multiple choice, 1 point, or if you get it wrong, other player gets a chance to steal. So, categories on the wheel tonight are Barr strengths of Audrey Hepburn and 20th century stage to screen musicals, Jake's strengths of Evil but Resident and Transformers but no cartoons, also known as Resident Evil and Transformers live action. We also have War, coming of age / teen, romance / rom-com, and dramas. So, without further ado, we will get into round 2. Barr, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
We're going to stroke deferry walls.
All right.
Okay, so you're deferring. I was very. Okay, Jake, this is your spin. And it lands on Spinner's choice.
Dang it!
Okay.
I feel like you're gonna take Resident Evil. That's your bread and butter. Like
Yeah,
Transformers, you can get. I remember last time we got Transformers, like years and all that shit. But Resident Evil,
all that crazy stuff.
you know that.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, let's go Resident Evil.
All right, Resident Evil is their choice. I'll go ahead and give Resident Evil questions. I think I can
I'm
handle
on like a
this.
slight delay right now.
Are you good?
You watched all those films.
All right,
Slight delay.
slight delay. Got you. All right, Jake, your first question in the category of Resident Evil films, or Evil but Resident. What does STARS stand for in the Resident Evil series?
I'll take multiple.
Your multiple choice options are A, Special Tasks and Rescue Supplies, B, Secret Tactics and Reconnaissance Squad, C, Special Tactics and Rescue Squad, or D, Secret Tasks and Reconnaissance Service.
I'll say A.
A is incorrect. Barr, your chance for 1 point still. Your options are A, Special Tasks and Rescue Supplies, B, Secret Tactics and Reconnaissance Squad, C, Special Tactics and Rescue Squad, or D, Secret Tasks and Reconnaissance Service. That's a mouthful.
Let's go with C.
C is correct for a 1 point steal. All right, Jake, your second question in Resident Evil. How does Nemesis die in Resident Evil Apocalypse?
He's smushed by the helicopter.
That's correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Resident Evil Extinction, Spencer Locke's character is named after what store?
Kmart.
That's correct for 2 more points, and my Kmart just closed, so joke over my head. What job does Alice have before the outbreak in the first Resident Evil film?
I'll use multiple.
Your multiple choice options are A, police officer, B, security officer, C, reporter, or D, scientist.
Security officer.
That is correct for 1 point. And your last question in Resident Evil. Who plays Claire Redfield in the Resident Evil franchise?
Ellie Lato.
That is correct for 2 more points, which puts him up to 11, but that steal keeps Barr in with 8 as we get into Barr's spin vote.
Okay, bring the wheel back up, please. Barr, this is your spin, and it is going to land on 20th Century Stage Screen.
Come on.
Let's take it.
All right, he's going for it, Boat.
Okay. If I can get it up here. Here we go. What musical features the song "Sit Down, You're Rocking the Boat"?
Guys and Dolls.
That is correct for 2 points. In Hair, the characters sing a song connecting what U.S. president to LSD?
Multiple choice.
A. George Washington. B. John F. Kennedy. C. Lyndon Johnson. D. Richard Nixon.
Let's go with
2.
Lyndon Johnson.
That is correct for 1 point. In Godspell, David Haskell plays John the Baptist and what other biblical figure?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A. Lazarus, B. Judas, C. Pontius Pilate, D. Moses.
Repeat it all.
Okay. In Godspell, David Haskell plays John the Baptist and what other biblical figure? And your options are A. Lazarus, B. Judas, C. Pontius Pilate, D. Moses.
Lazarus.
That is incorrect, Jake, for the 1 point steal. Your options are A. Lazarus, B. Judas, C. Pontius Pilate, D. Moses.
I'll say Judas.
That is correct for 1 point.
It was between the two.
Okay, your 4th question. In Brigadoon, what is Brigadoon?
It's the town.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of 20th century stage to screen musicals. Who plays Miss Hannigan's brother in Annie?
Tim Curry.
That is correct for 2 more points.
So at the end of round number 2, Barr maintains the lead 15-12, but I think Knapp is getting round number 3. Boat, how does it work?
Round 3 is going to work like this. Each competitor gets to pick what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-pointer. The categories on the board tonight are Jennifer Lawrence, Audrey Hepburn, classics, comedy, action adventure, horror, quotes, and that is it. I kept scrolling down. Anyway, we're going to let them pick their categories right now. We'll be back right now. Okay, we are back going into round 3. Koho, want to tell us what the competitors picked?
Absolutely. Jake picked for his 1, Audrey Hepburn, his 2 in horror, his 3 in family, and his 4 in Jennifer Lawrence. Barr picked his 1 in family, his 2 in comedy, his 3 in classics, and his 4 in Audrey Hepburn.
Okay, since I gave Barr his questions in round 2, would you like to give him his in round 3? I will take Jake.
Sure. Absolutely.
What was Jake's 1 again?
Jake's 1 is Audrey Hepburn.
Okay, Jake, your 1-pointer in Audrey Hepburn. Who co-stars with Audrey Hepburn as reporter Joe Bradley in Roman Holiday?
So this last night, Gregory Peck.
That is correct.
Great movie.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
All right, Jake's
Okay.
second pointer or 2-pointer comes in horror.
Okay. Okay, your 2-pointer in horror. What is the real name of the serial killer that possesses Chucky in the Child's Play franchise?
Looking for the full name?
Yes.
Charles Lee Ray.
That is correct.
Yep.
And with that hit,
And
he sends it back over to Barr.
Yes.
So Barr, your 1-pointer comes to the category of family.
Okay.
What film franchise will you find Kevin McAllister in?
Home Alone.
That's correct for 1 point, and thus sends
You
it back
got
to Jake.
Gregory Peck, Jake.
I know.
You're
I
one.
just smiled. I just smiled.
Okay.
It is a
understand
charming
what 1 pointer is.
charming question. So that will send it back over to Jake for Jake's 3 in family.
Okay, Jake, you're 3 in family. In Paul Blart Mall Cop, the criminals attempt to rob the mall on what holiday?
Black Friday.
That is correct for 3
Wow.
points.
Yeah.
Fridays.
Could have asked a different question from that movie.
That movie slaps. All right, Barr, we go back to you for your 2 in comedy.
Okay.
Your 2-pointer. What job does Phil have in Groundhog Day?
He's the weatherman.
That is correct for 2 points, tying the game. So we will stay with you for your 3 in classics.
Okay.
Your 3-pointer. Patty Duke plays what real-life person in 1962's The Miracle Worker?
Helen Keller.
That is correct for 3 points, which sends it back to Jake for his 4-pointer in J-Law.
This match has been really good. Yeah. Okay, so Jake, your 4-pointer in J-Law that you have to hit in order to send it back over to Barr. In The Burning Plain, what U.S. state does adult Sylvia live in?
Repeat the question.
It's Jake's second repeat.
In The Burning Plain, what U.S. state does adult Sylvia live in?
Repeat the question.
Your final repeat. In The Burning Plain, what U.S. state does adult Sylvia live in?
I will say Arizona.
And your winner, Andrew the Dive Barr. The correct answer was Oregon. Oregon was the correct answer. So Barr does win this match. Moving on to the #1 contenders match. I realize I did not say those stakes at any point in this match, but Barr does move on to the #1 contenders match. So we're going to go to post-match interviews. We'll give a break. We'll go to our unfortunate second-place finisher who still played a great game. Jake, how are you feeling overall?
Not as bad as when I lost to Ultimate, I'll be honest. Just wasn't my match today. I didn't do well in round 1, and that's kind of what really got me the loss. It just wasn't in my wheelhouse. Yeah, no, I'm not really that upset. I knew Andrew's a really strong player, and I knew his strengths were going to be deadly against me. So props to him. I can at least walk away knowing that I was able to get it up to the last time. The thing about J-Law is it's starting to get deep now with certain questions, and it had to be a fucking state question. that I knew I was going to have to do it. Just a little pet peeve. I don't like when multiple and you have 2 similar answers that stars question. Literally, 2 of them were just one word that was different. Bit of deceiving. But other than that, no. I think I'm happy with how this season's gone. I really wanted to get out of being 500 in singles, but I'm looking forward to taking a bit of a break from singles. I got teams to focus on now, which is cool. So yeah, Michael, you got anything to say?
I was gonna say, this is like your worst round 1 in quite a while.
Yeah.
It happens. I think he got 7 to 4 for round 1.
Andrew played good. I just want to give Andrew some credit. He played really good.
Yeah, sure. So you're coming out of round with a 3-point deficit. Like that's pretty rare in this when both levels are on this talent. So
especially considering last game, Jake got the perfect round 1.
Yeah, so it just happens. Got your strength. Got first one again. That's a really it's a really tough specific question that if you didn't study it, it's going to be tough to pull that out. So I mean, that's the way it goes. But yeah, it's a good match. Barr,
Sports team name in the first round. State, it was just in my warehouse today.
yeah, that happens. But like you said, I think you still got like 11 wins in Warzone singles. So I think you'll
Yeah.
and
You
congrats to
still
Barr.
have the most wins more than anyone. It's going to be really hard for anyone to catch up to that. And you've definitely made your mark on this season. One of the few people to hold the belt this season, one of the few people to just hold both belts at the same time. So overall, really impressive season. We're sad to not have you in singles, but we're sure that we'll be seeing you around in teams, and obviously we'll see you next season.
It's not like I'm done for the season.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Well, you are done for the season.
God, no. The scariest Warzone team of all time still has the fucking belts. Let's be honest.
We'll put to that contenders match.
Okay.
I'll see you there, Jake. I'll see you in the
Now I want to go over to Barr. Still making the same facial expression and movement that he had. So that means I think he's a little.
He is definitely a theater performer because lights went down and he held that pose until lights came back up.
So Barr, first off, how are you feeling, buddy?
I think this is a feeling I haven't experienced before, to be completely honest with you. In my eyes, playing Jake is not only a privilege, but I didn't think I was going to beat him. I legit thought that I legit thought I was going to lose. And so for this to be at the outcome, to me, it's the equivalent of winning a championship. Because all the credit in the world to Jake. Jake is easily top 3 players of all time, if not top 2. So to be able to do this, it's just really I don't know how I feel. I really don't. I don't know how to describe this.
So, not to take you off your little bubble right now, but you do have other matches coming up now. You are playing the winner of Kirk Kowalkowski and Dustin Mason.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Excited. Kirk is a great friend of mine. We've been together since the beginning of both of our Fan League adventures. And Dustin, I've played Dustin twice. In classics, we kind of have a rubber match scenario. So that would be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you. And also, before everyone takes me off or goes on, thank you to everyone who came on to cameo in my opening. I really do appreciate you all.
Okay, so thank you to Barr. Thank you to Jake Koho. Final thoughts on what I think was a really good match.
This was fantastic. I think both of them came out swinging. It just you could tell from round 1, Barr was on some other shit. Then we've seen he was on fire. And just a couple of those misses for Jake. Just slow start, but then he got Resident Evil, and Jake crushed his strength. He also stole from Barr's really, really difficult strength as well. So Jake played one hell of a game. It's just Barr was playing maybe his best game. So this is going to be one that we remember at the end of the year, come Warzone Match of the Year time.
Absolutely. So that being said, from Barr, from Michael, from Jake, from Koho, from everyone who cameoed in the promo, I'm Kaleb Koho. This has been Multiplex Movie Warzone.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Goodbye.